Ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku Was Elder Centipede? If you don't believe me, this is the thumbnail right there. Do you see it? Okay. So, yeah. I call it Elder Centipede because I don't know what its full name. But I know some of you didn't vote for the in at first, so I'm gonna do it anyway. So, because it popped into my head recently. So yeah, and I am gonna do the main story part. The first is intros and explain stuff along the way. So yeah, and yeah. And Inko, in this What If, she's a scientist. Or what are those people called? Fired scientist. Reason why? Because some jerk, and I'm just going to throw some random name out, of Billy Bob, decided, how about the bioengineering clones that have abilities to shapeshift and bond with humans? It failed every single time. Every time that it failed every single time, as she went crazy. But she does have her husband, and she gave, or on one, then they were trying to make a human that goes into centipede heart, but it failed. So they thought. When it exploded, blood came out. When it landed on Inko, it affected and her son, unborn child. Just one. Because that was Zuko Midoriya. He was infected with it. Zumi's is just okay. So, yeah. As in, how will I put this? It fused with his genetics. So he has. This is what he has. He has telepathy. He has body modifier. He has self-immunity. He's immune to everything. He's also immortal. He's also everything. And his powers are infinity. So basically, because Inko got splashed bunch of times by blood, it made her unborn son have a power of infinity. Like, basically, and HUD is in there. So, yeah. So then, after she got fired from her job, the Astashi name was basically, literally, I'm just trying to find his picture, so yeah. Yeah, so Sashi, he was working, and he makes the big bucks. So when when Zumi and Zuko were born, Zumi came out normally, as Zuko was a size of his, like, his smallest tendril. Yeah, he was so small as Inko decides to, or actually Inko and Sashi agree to just abandon him, but he remembers who his parents are. So yeah, as he goes into a cave, or no, he goes into a cave and he sleeps. As time goes on, as his body, or this is another thing, instead of him aging, he gets longer. And every aging process that he goes through, he goes longer, twice or 3 times per day. So yeah, you could see Elder Centipede being a size of a, like, probably from a forest to, like, all the way to a side of the world. He could wrap the entire world 5 times over. And he's still growing. To about how it's probably a circle from our Earth to all the way to the Jupiter or some faraway planet. Yeah. So one day, when he was just 5 years old, or no, 6 years old, when he was sleeping, a little girl with silver hair was camping with her family, as her family got into a car, or actually they were spending like 3 nights at their first night, or no, second night actually, or no, first night when they went, or she went by herself because she is terrified. Of course, or she actually tried to find a bathroom break. As a out of nowhere, there's a bear, her looking straight at her as she sees it, as she starts running the other way. Like basically ran to the mountain that was formed. But she didn't know that mountain isn't a mountain. It's Zuku Midoriya sleeping. As she ran head first, or no, she ran right into it. She tries to start climbing it as a mountain shakes. Or actually, she turns around. The bear was right then and there, looking at her. And she was terrified. As the elder, or actually, guess how far the bear was from her? 100, or no, 100 and feet away. And it stops and looks at her, growling, howling, as she thinks that's weird. Yeah. As the mountain starts to shake right behind her as she turns around as she sees a monstrous face looking around. As it looks at the him, as she's like peeing in her pants. Yeah. She thought she was gonna die. But dumb luck. This is what she tried to do, but he ends up not aiming for her as she looks on over her head. She sees him, or turns around, she sees a bear. His nightmare's thoughts is like, oh crud, as he gets devoured by by Zuko's big mouth, or big creature, as he crawls back into the like being a mountain again. As she's terrified of what that creature did to the bear. So yes, it is terrifying. But she knew what fear, or she knew what spooky hazest creatures that roams at night feels. So yes, as like 2 weeks ago, no, or it, yeah, 2 weeks ago, or actually 3 weeks ago before, as he tries to, like, when he first woke up, walked around, All Might versus him. All Might lost to Zuko, as he, instead of kill him, he just let him live. As he goes back to as most of the people were terrified of what. Yeah. Of course, now it got to a present day. Of course, and Zumi got one for all, and yeah. And the second night, she came back. She sat down, and she asks him, or, what's your name? And why are you here? As a silhouette, like a dark figure of a child, Ione, about her age. He tells her that I am Zuko, Midori, or I am Zuko. That's all I could remember. And the reason why I'm here is because I wanted to sleep and eat like a predator. As she looks at him, as she's kind of growing, like, attracted to this creature named Zuko. Oh. And I'm going by, like, One Punch Man's, like, threat level. He's about dragon level. Yeah. So as the time goes on, he's 6 years old. He's or 7 years old. As she spends more quality time with him. Yeah. Like playing games, reading books. Funny enough, he actually read the entire hardest or like impossible book known to man, as he read it in about 5 seconds. As Oh, also forgot to mention, because he's immortal, he can never die. But if he does want to die, it's impossible. So basically, yeah, his, his skin. So yeah, he basically went into, or he made a clone of him. So they cloned on. It's like his puppet. And I'm adding new abilities, so don't worry. To his already. So, yeah. But the clone has the same powers as him. So yeah. He goes into UA. Or not UA. So he visits with her family and her as, of course, day 2 before or day 3, the little child or a kid found, or no, the her, or she told them, or on night 2, she found, or she told them that there was this young man that protected me from the attacks. As a kid, and that looks like the same age as her, walks really quietly as he as she ends up, mother, this is Zuko that I told you about. Okay. Are you related to that, like, or that centipede? No, but and when I saw your daughter getting attacked by the bear, or when she was taking a bathroom break thing, I stepped in and protected her. Thanks. As, yeah, they praised him. Yeah, so basically, Zuko knows, or they didn't know that Zuko's real form was actually him. As he was a monster, and when he learned to calm down, like he took a breather, and a very, like, when he was in one of his, like, sleeps, his body starts to transform into Zuko's, yeah. And so, yeah, he goes into UA. as he wasn't. So his tendrils that you see became his arms and legs. His head became smaller, like a human-sized head. And like basically his scales things, or his like the back and his front became his skin. Yeah. That sounds terrifying, isn't it? As he walks around the school. Oh. He threw the ball. But then USJ, the heroes thing in like the in canon, but he could see into the future. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. So yeah, when he battled against the Nomu, or actually he asked Mr. Aizawa if that's okay, to join him in the fight against the big threat over there. As he points to the Nomu, he says, "No, you're just a student." Okay. Oh, as he says, is this to him that don't overuse your eyes. So that's why I wanted to battle against just that Nomu, because I have seen it before. You get your head smashed by him, and okay? He knew what to do. As he runs up to the Nomu, and yeah, he runs up to the Nomu. Oh, as he says, "Let's have some fun, shall we?" As he starts grabbing, yeah, as he went, use one of his fingers, brain pierced, as he, yeah, and the Nomu's entire brain was gone in about 1 second. As, yeah, as they couldn't believe that this kid's power. As, yeah. So she knows that they're in good hands, so she's not worried. As she crosses her arms And Zuko was spending the days at her house, hanging out, playing games. As, yeah. She ends up, she was smiling. Because she never had a friend that, or she never been so, like, happy to be with a centipede before. Because usually centipedes just crawl around. Yeah. So, I was gonna put him with her, but he already has the same powers as her to, like, transform into a dragon. He transforms into this at will. And yeah. And they just hanged out. So it's creepy. But the second day, or actually after the USJ incident, as her mom noticed that she's never been, like, surprised, as she asked, "Why aren't you so surprised about it?" Well, see, I never doubted his abilities of becoming. Yeah. As their relationship grew closer to each other's. Soon they'll start dating each other, and then, yeah, they are actually dating each other's. As Zuko was all helpful and all that stuff, and yeah, who was in the same class as him, you may ask? None other than his sister. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it's just how it is. Please wait for part 2, because I'm gonna go grab my coffee thing.